All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the final installment of TORHS TV. Today, we have the man and the legend, TORHS President Ron Beilstein. He is here today. He's going to talk with us today about what he's seen so far in the event and what is ahead for TORHS in the future. First off, Ron, has it been a success so far this year?
Yeah, I think so. All the teams here seem to, really enjoyed their time. The facility's great. The competition level is always the highlight when you come here. Every division, no matter A, AA, AAA, pros. We saw that last night. I think it's a success for sure.
Let's talk about the pro division, because for the first time in TORHS America, you had the pro division going with the single A players. So it gave the single A players a new experience. Talk about why you did that.
Yeah, we made that decision coming out of Nationals last year to take the AAAs, move them to the front end, and load the back end with the A's, so they have an opportunity to see the pros, and it kind of brought a new energy to the whole game and the whole night. I hope they enjoyed it because we did it for that reason.
Nice. And now you came back here to Taylor, Michigan, haven't been back here for a few years. How was the whole experience here in Taylor? How was the staff? How was the building?
Well, this is a premier building for us. I think it's hard to beat having this many rinks this close. The staff is top notch. They're plenty of staff. They can't do enough for you, and I just think it's a slam dunk here. I really do.
Now, speaking of this year, we know everyone's question after this year's over: where is TORHS Nationals going to end up next year?
Well, we actually had discussion. We had 2 meetings while we're here. We have one more yet before we leave town, and that's coming up pretty quick because we're almost done. We'll have an announcement on that very soon, a lot sooner than you usually get it.
Cool.
You might be looking to maybe a city that begins with a D.
That gives us a lot. Thanks a lot, Ron. Highlights of the event. If you had to pick one moment, what would your highlight be for the whole event this year?
There were so many highlights. It really would be hard to pick one. There was a number of comeback games. I never remember seeing so many games where teams you thought were out of it come back, and in the last seconds, right before we're ready to go hand awards out, the score gets flipped around and we're in overtime. We're in double overtime. Probably the one game was the double overtime game that we saw a few nights ago that involved Buffalo and
Motor City Assault.
Yeah. So that was pretty incredible. And then skills competition with the little guys is pretty cool.
The squirt division, if we don't have the highlights of that, but in the squirt division, the Great Britain team swept every single one in squirt single A, so that was pretty exciting. But Ron, as we move forward, we had all the sponsors out here. They're all wrapping up now because it's the last day. But speak about the sponsors' involvement. We had Mission, LaBeta, Revision. We had, of course, one of our main sponsors, Tour Hockey. Speak about their involvement in the sport this year.
Well, I think I'll let their words speak for it. And I had candid conversations with all of them before they left, and their vibe was great, and they were really positive. And the new, all the new guys we picked up this year, their comments were real positive. They enjoyed their time here. They thought that the interaction between the players in this format, kind of in the pod area here, it was really cool. A lot of kids, and I mean that's why they're here. They're here to show their wares and their new stuff, and they walked out real positive. So on that end of it, I think we hit a home run with the sponsors.
Last question here. Your goals as TORHS president. You've been the president for 3 years now after taking over from the former ownership. What is your goal coming up in the immediate future?
Well, our goal is simple. It's always been the same. We have 190 teams here, and it doesn't matter if you have 190, 590, or 90 teams. You want to have the best event that you can have for those teams that are here. That's all you can control is what's in this building. And so we always focus. People get hung up on a number. We were 190. Did it matter? We were trying for 200. It didn't matter. But I don't think that people are walking out of here saying, "Oh, you're 10 teams short, so you didn't succeed." Our goal is only about making the event what we can. For the most part, we've cleaned up a lot of issues in the last couple of years, and we hit some very small bumps in the road here that we know now we can clean up. We're talking about switching the schedule, tweaking it a little bit for some divisions to make it easier for some ages to play multi-levels. So, I'm pretty optimistic moving forward.
Awesome. Well, Ron Beilstein, thanks so much. Great event. Next year, we'll have an announcement coming up soon for TORHS America. Where are we going in 2011? For Ron Beilstein, I'm George Brown for TORHS TV.